Hello everyone, I'm just gonna start doing what ifs now. And the first what if I decided to do was what if Deku was an assassin? Now, this is gonna be a shorter what if because, well, it it's my first one, and now he's going to have a quirk in this, and the quirk is going to be called Stalker. The quirk allows him to basically go into walls and shadows and stuff. He can also put stuff like in his own pocket dimension. He can basically he can stick to things, and he can he's also amazing with weapons, even though that's not part of the quirk. But he mostly relies on the shadows, and he can also, well, yeah, he can he's really indestructible as well, and he also has boost, like he's boosted, so he kind of runs a bit faster than you would expect him to. Like he's not the Flash or anything, but he like runs fast quite a lot, and yeah, he's gonna be a really good hitman. So everything starts out. Wait, let me do it again. So one night, Deku. Well, one night when Deku was 4, he noticed something. He walked through a wall, and he was very surprised. And after that, the shadows started leeching onto him. He was panicking, but then he realized this was gonna be my quirk, and he calmed down and controlled it. He was taken to the doctor, and they called his quirk Stalker. They called him Villain, and many other names, which made him fall into deep depression. He was sad, so he escaped home. He ran, and then he was picked up by a person. It was a person who was known as Killshot. That's like a character I invented for the purpose of the story. He was a good assassin, and he saw Deku's quirk, and he realized he could be a great tool. So he took him in, trained him how to use weapons. Deku basically learned how to use mostly a lot of guns and some melee weapons like knives, even axes, and even a mace and javelin. And his quirk. He was 9 at this point, and he already knew all of that. And then suddenly, he decided to become a hitman, where he would basically get paid to kill people. And he decided to call himself the Stalker after his own quirk. And he wore a mask with a pattern. It was like a red devilish pattern, and he wore a hood. Or no, actually, he wore the one you see on this. That's basically, but his head was more covered up. It was similar to this, and basically he like broadcasted to villains and stuff, but a villain found out, and he wanted his competition eliminated. There was a guy who was a good hero. His name was, his name was Techno Style. He could jump, he could merge with technology and control it. So Techno Style was a hero. And this villain, I don't know who I should use for this. I could just, let's say, it's a villain named Bloodstreak. He can run fast, and he has, or no, he has claws. He's kind of half a werewolf or something. And he wanted him dead, but his house was guarded because Deku was extremely paranoid when, well, he was home. So Deku snuck in, destroyed all of his, well, all of his bodyguards, and wrecked him. Then Deku felt something. He felt joy. He felt like a psychopath. He liked killing. It was basically like the video game Hitman, but he had powers. He was. He felt alive. He felt great. He wanted to continue. So he waited and he got a lot more contracts. Turns out Bloodstreak told a lot of his friends, and those friends told everybody. So he got quite a lot of new customers. Now, this is where the interesting part comes. We skip to when he's no, he did this when he was 13, and now he's 14. And something is funny. A hero, the number 20 hero at the time, whose name is going to be, let me say, Bullhead, and he's like a bull, basically, and he's the number 20 hero, and he's made fun of Trophy Man. Trophy Man's quirk is luck, so he basically has good luck. He's the number, I'm going to say, like 10 hero at that time, because we never knew at that time who was the number 10 hero, so he's gonna be the number 10 hero at that time, and Deku, basically. Now, Bullhead was mad because Trophy Man made fun of him, so he wanted him dead so much. He was like, well, he wanted to take his spot by killing him, which somehow he wanted to skip 10 spots, but anyway, he wanted to just kill him because he hated him, and he called the Stalker. He was a myth, and he was a villain, obviously, to the heroes. Heroes wanted to track him down, but nobody could find him. He got the money and basically used it for groceries because his face was covered up. He actually acted quite charming in public. And what his thing was, every week he finds a new house. Basically, he finds like an apartment with somebody who's living alone, like kills them and lives in their apartment for a week and then moves out. After that, so he doesn't have a lot of belongings. He has his guns, but as I told you, he can like make pocket dimensions. So he he stores all his guns there, so he doesn't really have to. But he can't live in the pocket dimension since he will lose air a lot if he lives there. So he has to actually be in a home. So Deku accepts, kind of being smirky, like, "Whoa, a hero! I've never had this happen." So he first thought that the hero is gonna try to track him down, but he made a little test to the hero, which would reveal if he was tracking him down. The hero wasn't tracking him. He passed the test, and like he wasn't tracking him down. So um, the hero that he I just something. The hero that the hero, well, obviously told him what to do. Now, at this point, Deku actually had specific depth. So if you want him to do like a specific depth, he can. So he listed his quirk, and he wanted him to do an explosion, which Deku smirked and said gladly. And then he took his sniper, which had explosive bullets, but since Deku loved killing, he wanted to kill all his bodyguards. Since most, well, I'm gonna say like the top 10 heroes and like quite a lot of heroes have bodyguards who protect them at night. That's because the heroes also have to get some sleep and also can live in luxury. So, since it's their property, they can tell them if they can use their quirks. And the last hero he killed didn't. The first target of his didn't allow his bodyguard to use quirks, but this one does. Like Trophy Man does allow them, and but only if they have to. So Deku started rampaging with a submachine gun, and they started using many quirks. Like they tried to paralyze him, he dodged, and he was like a ninja. He ran and he destroyed them. Trophy Man woke up, and his suit was like he could, like it was like he just attached it and wanted to escape, but Deku saw him, so he did something. He There was a system, like a little AI that kind of controlled it. It was not an AI, but a system. He shot it, and all the window blinds closed. He teleported, like with the sinkhole, or like yeah, basically shot a sinkhole out of the like building, and did the explosive sniper bullet, like from a mountain, and that's where he caused the explosion, destroying Trophy Man, and everybody was even more scared of the stalker. Nobody, nobody knew. Nobody knew how he does this. Like, obviously, they knew it was a quirk of his, that he was very powerful. But at this point, Deku kind of wanted to visit his mother again. Because his mother didn't really help him when he needed her the most, but he wanted to tell her what he is and possibly kill her. So, he went, and I don't want to be gory, so you know how the rest is. He doesn't do it like that aggressively. He just snaps her neck, but it's very like kind of brutal still. But she didn't help him, and he needed it the most, so he felt that way. So that's why he did it. Then it's time for something. All Might was finally appointed to the case of the stalker after the incidents with the Trophy Man. At the same time, the sludge villain appeared, and Deku was walking to get some groceries because he decided to live in his own house. After he killed his mom, a bit to like see the memories, and he went to shop, and there was a sludge villain who attacked him. Obviously, he wrecked them. All Might picked up the sludge villain, and here he was debating about All Might. He was still a big fan of All Might, even though he was an assassin, because, well, he was just a big fan. He always loved All Might. He thought All Might is the best and the true hero. And also he was called the hero killer, and the Stain will not steal the title. But he's basically similar to Stain, but he does think some heroes are like Endeavor and like some of the top 5 heroes, like Endeavor, All Might, Best Genist, stuff like maybe Headshot or stuff. He thinks they deserve all the fame and that they're actually true heroes, while people like Trophy Man are bad, because if somebody told him kill All Might, he wouldn't do it. He would probably deny it. So yeah. But he just asked him, can I be a hero? And he didn't show him which quirk, because there was theories that he has a shadow quirk, the stalker. So what he did was he showed him this. He had a technique to throw down a smoke bomb that did no. He actually had a portal. He decided to use the teleportation, like the wormholes, and teleport, and like show his kicks to All Might, like how he defeated him, and said, "Well, young, I didn't quite catch your name." Said no, he lied just because he didn't want to get caught. So he said his real name is, well, let's say I'm gonna do a little Easter egg to Death Note with my name is Yagami. So yeah, and he said, "Oh, young Yagami, and you could certainly be a fine hero." And he jumped off. Deku didn't follow in this universe, he really didn't need to. But this is where I'm gonna end it. But they didn't notice something. A piece of the sludge melon escaped. Like, I'm going to say, Deku, like, it was, the bottle was kind of cracked, so the sludge melon escaped, and Deku heard an explosion. And that's when he saw Bakugo. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And that's where I'm gonna end it for the first episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I mean, this is my first ever what if, and yeah, hopefully you guys can enjoy it. Peace.